This is you. You said something online, something you never should have said, and now you're paying the price. A black hood covers your head as you're thrown into the back of a windowless truck. You can't see. You can barely breathe. Every bump in the road rattles your bones. Then the truck stops. Hands grab you. And without warning, you're slammed onto freezing concrete like a bag of trash. You look up. And in that instant, you understand your new reality. You're in prison. After a few days studying every inch of your new world, you realize an uncomfortable truth. This isn't a normal prison. It's a fortress designed to break the human spirit. The perimeter is surrounded by a 20-foot fence crowned with razor wire sharp enough to slice the wind. But steel isn't your worst enemy. Mounted above the fence is the PDS, a perimeter intrusion detection system. A high-tech electronic predator that detects any abnormal vibration. Try to climb it. Try to cut it. Try to dig beneath it. The system will know before your feet leave the ground. Add to that a network of high-resolution cameras and armed guards watching from towers 24 hours a day, and escaping outward starts to feel like a suicidal fantasy. But the real challenge begins long before the fence. First, you have to escape your cell. The walls are reinforced to withstand drills and explosions. The floor and ceiling are bunker-grade concrete. Digging is impossible, and the bars? Forget it. They're forged from a special alloy resistant to abrasion and cutting. The architecture itself screams one message. Escape is impossible. For 99% of inmates, this place is a living tomb. But you're not like them. Where others see unbreakable walls, you see a puzzle waiting to be solved, and you've already found the first piece. Your analytical mind discovers a crack in the armor. The fatal weakness isn't a physical hole in the structure. It comes ironically from the prison's proudest feature, the sensor fence. This cutting-edge technology has one serious flaw. It's too sensitive. The system doesn't care whether it's detecting an escaping convict or a lost bird. Any biological contact with the metal triggers an instant alarm. And this is where human complacency enters the story. The guards trust the technology too much. When the siren goes off, they glance at the monitors or scan the perimeter from the tower. If they don't see a man in orange climbing the fence, they assume it's just another false alarm caused by local wildlife. They perform a lazy check, curse the interruption, shut the alert off, and go back to their routine. You've identified the weak point. But knowing it exists and knowing how to exploit it are very different things. It's a complex problem, one that requires patience. Then one night, luck finds you. While pretending to sleep, you hear two night shift guards talking outside your cell. They aren't discussing sports, they're complaining. The night shift runs with fewer staff, heavier workloads, and the exact same pay as the day shift. You can hear the resentment dripping from their voices. This information is gold. Workplace dissatisfaction and professional jealousy are tools far more powerful than any master key, if you know how to use them. Now you have the perfect psychological weapon, but you still need physical supplies. So you volunteer for the filthiest jobs no one else wants. This isn't masochism, it's strategy. Constantly covered in grime, you gain the perfect excuse to request extra soap and to stockpile it without raising suspicion. Inside the carpentry shop, another opportunity appears. A small camera blind spot. Invisible, unwatched, perfect. There you hide pieces of hardwood and a strip of industrial rubber salvaged from the trash. Slowly, you build a slingshot, crude, silent, powerful. Yet the most important piece arrives on uniform disposal day. Guards are supposed to transport old uniforms to the destruction truck, but laziness becomes your greatest ally. To avoid sweating, they force inmates to haul the heavy sacks instead. Right at the transfer point, while guards scroll their phones and light cigarettes, you make your move. Quick hands, zero hesitation. You slip a full uniform from an open bag and bury it inside your cleaning cart. No one notices. Now you have a silent weapon and a second skin. The tools are ready. It's time to begin the game. You start a war of attrition. During the day, you trigger alarms using rodents and birds. At night, from the shadows of your cell, you fire stones at the perimeter sensors, again and again and again. The system screams. The guards grow exhausted. Then you inject the real poison, a rumor. The day shift knows the sensor is defective. They just refuse to fix it, so the night crew has to deal with it. You already knew resentment existed. Now it spreads like wildfire. Tension rises. Tempers snap. Until one night, blinded by fatigue and frustration, the guards make a catastrophic mistake. They deactivate the motion sensor. You fire one last stone. Nothing. No siren, no chaos. Just silence. Your plan worked. Phase 2 begins. Using soap paste mixed with strands of your own hair, you sculpt a fake head. Up close, it's ridiculous. In the darkness, convincing enough. A tired guard walks by, glances inside, and sees a motionless figure in bed. Something feels off. Maybe the posture, maybe instinct. He steps inside alone. A fatal error. You aren't in the bed. You're beneath the blankets, every muscle coiled. The moment he leans closer, you strike. Clamp his mouth shut before a scream can form. Surprise overwhelms him. Within seconds, he's restrained with his own cuffs and gagged with torn fabric. You strip the uniform, put it on, take his ID, then place him in your bed. Covered, silent, replaced. You step into the corridor carrying the confidence of someone who belongs. No rushing, guards don't rush. You time the camera rotation. Blind spot, move. At the perimeter, you throw both prisoner uniforms over the razor wire, creating a fabric bridge across the blades. Using the guard's belt for leverage, you climb the 20-foot wall and drop into the night. Freedom, for exactly 10 seconds. Then, a spotlight detonates the darkness. The siren howls. You're no longer a ghost. You're prey. You sprint toward the forest, heart hammering against your ribs, dogs barking somewhere behind you. The ground rises, then suddenly disappears. You stop at the edge of a massive cliff. Below, nothing but blackness and the distant roar of a raging river smashing against unseen rocks. Behind you, flashlights burn closer. No time, no options. Just two choices. Surrender and return to your concrete grave forever, or gamble your life on the void. You stare into the abyss. A wild smile spreads across your face, and you make your decision.